Well, for more on this, we're joined by Professor Scott Lucas from the University of Birmingham. He's a Professor of International Relations. Scott, good to speak to you. First, let's deal with Donald Trump. How do you see his chances in Iowa?
Very good. I would have not believed I would have said that 3 months ago, but Trump has, through being very provocative and very aggressive, mobilized his base, his support, around about 25–30% of Republican likely caucus goers, and they are likely to turn out tonight. And so he probably, not certainly, but probably will win this first contest for the Republicans.
And Scott, before we talk about turnout, let's have a look at the Democrats. Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton. Who's your money on?
My money is on Clinton just because I think her organization is better in terms of turning out people to attend these meetings. That said, Sanders is giving himself a very respectable showing. He'll take that into New Hampshire next week, where I think he'll win that primary. I don't think he's going to win the nomination. I think it's going to give Democrats a feel-good factor, though. You know, it's not just simply they're giving Hillary a coronation, but that all sections of the Democratic Party are represented before they unite to try to win the White House.
And Scott, you've mentioned it twice, and turnout is very important. Now, people in Iowa who go to these caucuses are quite politically engaged. How do you think the sort of turnout will reflect in a general election?
I don't really think it's a good pointer to what's going to happen 9 months from now. I mean, even a week is a long time in politics. It's more the media effect that it has. So, for example, if Trump wins tonight, then it reinforces the idea that he can win next week in New Hampshire. And if he wins there, all of a sudden he might become the favorite coming into Super Tuesday. If he doesn't do well tonight, however, it's seen as a big disappointment, and all of a sudden he could be sidetracked in this rather unexpected rise.
And Scott, you'd say that a week is a long time in politics. When we do eventually have the two nominees, if it's Trump versus Clinton, I mean, how do you see it actually playing out?
Well, first of all, I think we've got the most interesting race in decades on the Republican side. Clinton will run for the Democrats, but it's possible we're going to have a three-way race well into the spring between Trump, Senator Ted Cruz from Texas, and Senator Marco Rubio from Florida. And I don't think we're going to really see who might win that contest until May or June. But then I think it'll be anticlimactic, because whoever wins for the Republicans, Clinton wins and takes the White House in November.
Big talk, Scott. Thank you very much for that. We have to leave it there, unfortunately, but thank you very much for joining us.